It's time to go beyond what a smartphone can do. With a massive camera upgrade, the A16 Bionic chip, an entirely new category of safety innovations, and never-before-seen display technology. This is iPhone 14 Pro. The always-on display artfully dims your wallpaper to create a unique, low-powered lock screen, making go-to information available at just a glance. And introducing a remarkable innovation that is both hardware and software, and something in between. The Dynamic Island. An interactive place that bubbles up alerts, notifications, and activities, fluidly transforming itself as needed. It's an entirely new way to experience iPhone. You are now looking at the most impressive iPhone camera system yet. In a major leap, the iPhone 14 Pro's main camera has a 48-megapixel quad-pixel sensor. It captures breathtaking detail, depth, and color, and now gives you the equivalent of 4 Pro lenses at the ready. With every photo, the quad-pixel sensor captures 4 times more information than ever before. Then, the A16 Bionic, powering the new photonic engine, analyzes and perfects every pixel with up to 4 trillion operations, achieving an astonishing new level of sharpness and detail. And now, pro photographers will be able to capture an uncompressed 48-megapixel Pro RAW image, giving you even more resolution to rescale, retouch, and reimagine your photos.
That was perfect. Let's go again.
Building off iPhone's leap ahead in ProRes and Dolby Vision video technology,
And action.
iPhone 14 Pro now includes new Action Mode, allowing gimbal-like stabilization for all your action scenes. And Cinematic Mode will be even more powerful for pro filmmakers, with 4K resolution and 24 frames per second recording. iPhone 14 Pro is capable of shots that for most film cameras are simply impossible. You can rely on your iPhone every day, and now it can even help in emergency situations. For the first time, iPhone 14 Pro will be able to communicate with satellites with emergency SOS, allowing you to deliver critical information to emergency services in places where Wi-Fi and cell service are unavailable. And a feature we hope you never have to use.
Commencing tests.
Crash detection. Using a high G-force accelerometer, gyroscope, sensors, and machine learning algorithms, iPhone 14 Pro can detect when there has been a severe car crash and automatically call emergency services. Supercharged by nearly 16 billion transistors, the A16 Bionic is the fastest chip in a smartphone and powers the most impressive range of Pro innovations yet.
911, what's your...
The iPhone 14 Pro goes above and beyond, redefining what a smartphone can be. Again.
A 48-megapixel camera?
For this photo, we lock exposure on the woman's face. As a vibrant feather style, iPhone captures a sharp focus, while creating a colorful texture around her. In this low-light example, the photonic engine captures incredible dynamic range, from the warm glow of her skin, the color of her eyes, to every little crease, fold, and texture in the garment. It also features a new 24mm focal length, popular in photography for its versatility to shoot great landscapes, group portraits, even single subjects. The quad-pixel sensor enables a new flexible approach, which adapts to the photo you're shooting. For most photos, we want to optimize for light capture. So the new sensor groups every 4 pixels into one large quad pixel with 4 times more light. This further improves light capture while maintaining the practical 12 megapixel photo size. Combined with the photonic engine, the new main camera has up to 2 times the light improvement for photos compared to iPhone 13 Pro. Let's take a look at what the main camera can do. You can capture stunning photos across all lighting conditions. In this brighter shot, the main camera captured the beautiful, rich color of her skin, the detail of the fiber in the blade.
With this approach, we can go beyond the 3 fixed lenses of the Pro camera system, adding a new 2x telephoto option for our users. We use the middle 12 megapixels of the new sensor to deliver a full resolution photo and 4K video with optical quality.
The dynamic island. We've designed this new space to be highly adaptive. So now, when you receive an alert, the dynamic island expands to notify you. Our ambition is to clearly convey the information and present content and controls without distracting from the app you're in. This works across the entire system for things like confirming your AirPods are connected, muting, or starting a charge. Each alert has its own personality, and it's been designed with its own unique character, making it easy to identify at a glance, like when you're using Face ID or tapping your iPhone in transit locations. The dynamic island also displays ongoing background activity, like when you're playing music. When you swipe to go home, the music app gracefully morphs into the dynamic island, always staying active and visible. And we've even designed it to show the current album art. It's also completely interactive. You can tap and hold to expose more options, or tap to go back to the app. So now when you're on a call, you have easy access to controls without leaving the app you're using. We've designed all these animations to feel fluid, lively, and highly responsive. The dynamic island is always live and active, heightening the sense of vitality by adapting in real time to show you important information, like your next direction from maps. And it's always visible for ongoing activities, like when you're using the timer. We've designed live activities, a new feature on the iOS 16 lock screen, to work seamlessly with the dynamic island, including support for third-party apps. So you can keep track of what's happening from anywhere on iPhone, like following a baseball game without needing to leave the app you're in, or not missing the Lyft ride while texting friends. We've also created a robust design system for developers, so every alert looks and feels consistent, no matter which app it comes from. And when you have more than one background activity, the dynamic island playfully adapts, bubbling out into 2 elements. At Apple, we're focused on creating extraordinary products. Products born from designing hardware and software together, so you don't know where one ends and the other begins. The dynamic island does this in a truly magical way and enables an entirely new iPhone experience. Back to Jaws.
iPhone 14 Pro has a stunning new display with Pro features. This is the most advanced display we've ever shipped. iPhone 14 Pro and iPhone 14 Pro Max come in 2 great sizes, now with even thinner borders, more active area, and the dynamic island. It is also brighter. The new display provides peak HDR brightness of 1600 nits, bringing iPhone to the same level as the Pro Display XDR. So photos and HDR movies are going to look amazing, including those you shoot on your iPhone. And for those bright sunny days, iPhone can now push brightness even higher for a peak of 2000 nits. That's twice as bright as before and the highest peak brightness of any smartphone. The new lock screen in iOS 16 introduces more personalization with widgets and live activities. So this is the perfect time to introduce Always On Display. It's easy to see the time and other important information without raising your iPhone or tapping the display. This keeps essential information available